Okay, here we are with STAWA sets 15, question number 4. And we are told the following. Hello, my, oh dear, sorry. This is from the screen capture, this arrow. I apologise, it's there. It says a 5.0 mil sample of sulfuric acid from a lead acid accumulator or car battery required 22.2 millilitres of 2 mole per litre sodium hydroxide for complete neutralisation. Calculate the concentration of sulfuric acid in the battery. So always with these things, we need to have in our mind a plan. All things start with an equation. Okay, that's going to be particularly important here. Secondly, we're going to find the number of moles of sodium hydroxide used. Okay, because we have all of the information necessary for that. We've got volume and concentration. Okay, thirdly, that means that we need to find the number of moles H2SO4 neutralized. Used would do, neutralized. And then finally, what we're able to do is we're able to calculate, actually answer what the question asks and answer the concentration of H2SO4. So this, at this point, is our battle strategy, and let's get on with it. Okay, so our first thing is our equation. We're going to say that H2SO4 reacts with sodium hydroxide, okay, to make Na2SO4 and water. But there's a law of, in nature, and that's the law of conservation of matter. It says that you get nothing for nothing, but it's free. And in this case, we have here got something for nothing. So that law is broken, so this equation doesn't work. Let's have a look. We've got 2 sodiums on this side, and only 1 side over here. Let's fix it with a bit of balancing. 2 sodium hydroxides, 2 sodiums there. But now we've got 2 hydrogens and 2 hydroxides, means that we're going to get 2 waters out of it. Now we have our equation balanced, and we should be, relatively speaking, happy about that. We've just done our balanced equation. Okay, moving back to where we were again. What's the second thing we need to do? We need to find the number of moles of sodium hydroxide used. So NaOH, sodium hydroxide, equals C times V. V in this case is equal to 0.0222 litres. Remember, if we're giving concentration in moles per litre, all of our units have to be in litre, otherwise the equations don't work. And C is of course equal to, what is it up there? 2.00 mole litre minus 1. Okay, so in total what we can say there, we'll just do the sums on it. 0.0222 times 2 will give us to 0.0444 moles. Okay, and that's how many moles sodium hydroxide are used. Let's have a look back at our battle plan. Click that out. See, we have calculated the number of moles. Oh, you do that to me every time, don't you, you horrible machine? We've calculated the number of moles of sodium hydroxide. Now we can use this to determine the number of moles of sulfuric acid. So let's do that right just now. Okay, so NH2SO4 needs to be applied back to the equation. What we know is that for every 1 mole of H2SO4 we've got 2 moles of sodium hydroxide. So we actually are saying that we only have 1 divided by 2 times the number of O444 moles. That's nice and easy. And again, we come back to our 0.0222 moles of H2SO4. Once we have got that particular strategy down, it's relatively speaking, well, just let's go and have a look at our checklist. You can see that what we've got there is we've done our number of moles of sulfuric acid required. Now, from this we can calculate the number of moles of H2SO4. Okay, so the concentration. So, oh, hang on, don't be horrible. C equals N on V, which is equal to 0.0222 divided by, what was the volume that was there? A 5.0.005. Remember, 5 millilitres has to be in litres. 5/1000ths of a litre is a milliliter, and that should give us a value of, been a little bit slack with this one, I didn't calculate it before, 0.005. That will give us a value of 4.44 molars. 4.44 moles. Per litre minus 1, H2SO4. Have we got units? Yeah, we got units. Have we got the right number of sig figures? 3 sig figures, 3 sig figures. Looking good. Stick a line underneath it so that that your examiner can find it easily and in the middle of your writing. And because you've done that and made their job easier, they are more likely to make mistakes in your favour if they do make any mistakes at all. And that is actually a good strategy. Always be nice to the person who's grading you by making your work nice and clear. And in this case, you have done so. Okay, I hope this was of a help to you.